the door monitor for the sight reading room for the even-numbered sopranos. So I'm going to be doing this for the next 4 hours. It's very peaceful out here, but I have a lot of nervous girls coming through. So I'm just wishing them luck and giving them a friendly smile. Good afternoon. It is now 5:17. The last time I spoke to you, it was like 12:30. So Caitlin and I are done with our door monitoring duties for the year, I think. Maybe at least for the month. Woohoo! And oh, it was so heartbreaking when some of the girls came out. Sorry, we're in the car. That was extreme close-up. It was very heartbreaking to see the girls come out and cry. I was like, oh no, it's okay. Oh. So my mama heart was breaking for them because I knew how sad they were, and it was just really sad to see. But I didn't know any of them personally because they were from all different schools in all different districts around us that came for this all-district choir audition thing. So they came in a bundle of nerves, and a lot of them left a bundle of nerves, and they were just like, I didn't do very good. That was really hard. And I'm like, oh, as long as you did your best, that's all you can do. And, you know, that doesn't mean much when you're really sad about something. So whatever, I tried. Okay, we're on our way home. We went to Walmart, got some things we didn't need, got some things we did need, and we're going to get pizza again tonight because we're feeling pizza-y. So we're going to have some more pizza, cheese and pizza. And there are lots of bikes here this weekend. It's Bike Fest.
It's cool.
It is pretty cool. There's lots of neat-looking bikes going through here.
And they're all such nice people.
Yeah.
It really is like a community of bikers.
Yes. We've always encountered very, very nice people. I mean, the nicest people you would ever want to meet, the people that you would want to be the ones that come across you stranded on the side of the road. They would help you. They would give you the last nut and bolt out of their bike to fix your car. So, really good people. So, just like I said about the tattoo place, never judge a book by its cover, because you don't know what's underneath that rough-looking exterior. Could be a big old teddy bear. You just don't know. That's all the people I've ever met have been like. I know there are rough and tough people too. But give people a chance. That's what I'm saying. That's what we tell our kids, right? Yep. So we need to live what we're saying. Okay. We're going to head home. Probably going to get into my jammies. I need to do laundry. And do a little planning. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm just kind of tired. This is it. We weren't gone all day. But when you do something that hits midday, it just kind of feels like it took up the whole day. Right?
Yeah.
Caitlin was kind of gone all day. She did her audition this morning at 9:36 or something. So she had to leave at 8:30 to get there. And she came back around, I don't know, almost 11. And then we had to leave again to go for our shift of door monitoring. And one of the girls that was supposed to come sing was from another school, another district, a little ways from us. And not only that, she was playing in a softball game that was in a place farther away than where she came from. So we were waiting on her to show up for her audition. So I don't know. We kept getting updates. Oh, she's left. Oh, she's 7 more minutes. And I was like, she's the only one coming. Do we still need to stay? Because I don't need to announce her number. She's the only person. So I went and talked to the judge that was in my room, and I said, do you need me to stay? She said, no, I know who it is, so it doesn't matter. And I was like, okay, thanks, I'd like to go. We did hang around for quite a while, waiting for the final word. And so I wanted to just get some official, information from someone who had the ability to tell me something. So since the judge said it was okay for me to leave, that she didn't need her door monitor anymore, that's when I left. So Caitlin and I took off around, it was probably 4:45 by then, close to it. And then we did our little shopping excursion at Walmart. It's kind of busy today because it's nice outside, and I think a lot of people are down here for Bike Fest, vacationing. While the weather is still nice. Haven't hit fall weather yet, which is fine with me. I'm going to enjoy fall when it comes, though. I love fall. It's my favorite season. Caitlin's ready for spooky time. She's already thinking about throwing a Halloween party, bonfire thing. A bonfire. Yes, that would be fun. We did that last year with just a little group of us, and that was really fun. So we know it can be done, and we know how to do it really well now. This road is very bumpy, as you can see. All right. Oh, I see lights up ahead. Somebody's been pulled over, I think, so we're going to have to kind of be cautious through there.
Stop speeding.
Yes, stop speeding. Nobody's speeding in this car. Nope.
Only 5 miles over.
You're not speeding. You're not speeding.
Not anymore.
You didn't hear that.
I'm such a brat. Anytime I see a cop, I just slow down to the speed limit. As soon as they're out of my sight, I just go right back to my 5 miles over.
5 miles over. That's what she does.
We're trying to get over to the other lane so we don't crowd the policeman out, so he has room to walk. Because unfortunately, a lot of policemen get hit when they've pulled somebody over because people don't get out of the way and they run them down. It's really scary. That is what happened to my friend's husband. Her first husband was hit by a car in a construction zone, and when he had someone, he was out of the car helping someone and someone just ran him over. So that happens, unfortunately. Really sad. So, gotta be careful out there. Give people some room. The trees are really pretty out here. Let me see if I can flip this around so you can see it. Look at the pretty trees. They're very full and lush right now. They haven't changed color yet because we still have 80-some degree weather. And we, of course, do not get hurricanes in Missouri, but we do get some of the rain transfer from hurricane season. So, we had our torrential flooding last week. Or the week before. I don't know. It all starts to blur together, honestly. But isn't this pretty? Yeah, this is our drive every day to school. Pretty, pretty trees. And bluffs. I don't think we have any big major plans for the rest of the weekend. Obviously, today our day is pretty much over. We'll just have pizza and probably watch something on TV. We've been watching Van Helsing on Netflix, and it's pretty good, actually. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Walking Dead, but vampire-y. So instead of zombies, except some of them kind of act like zombies, don't they? They call those the ferals.
Yeah.
They act like zombies, like they go and eat people. They like. If you've ever watched Walking Dead, you know what I'm talking about, because I don't want to get too nasty, but I stopped watching that show over a year ago because I couldn't handle Negan. He was just too much. Once they killed off Glenn and the way they did it, I was like, nope, I'm done. They lost me as a viewer because, nope, that was not cool. I get killing off a character, but the way they did it was too much. Too much muchness. And if you're, like I said, if you're a fan of Walking Dead, you probably know what I'm talking about. And you may feel the same way that I do, because Glenn was a beloved character and we all, rooted for him. And the way that they did him in was just awful. So I went, nope, I can't watch this show anymore. I'm done with it. And we were diehard fans from season 1. So, nope, not doing that show anymore. But this Van Helsing, it was a movie first, and it was about a vampire hunter, I think. But this, it's like I'm on a boat. The show is more like they're trying to find the cure to whatever has made these people be blood drinkers, basically. So it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of a mixture of vampires and zombie-like people and like little, I don't know, some of the vampire movies that have been out, the vampires have been really, really vicious and more like demons. There's a little bit of that in there. A little like really wild animal type vampire people. So, yeah. Anyway, there's some woman that apparently the army was doing some kind of experiment on. And if she bites you, or if you get her blood on you, something like that, if you're a vampire and you get her blood on you, then you change back to a human. Like it cures you of whatever made you the vampire in the first place. So she's hot property. Like she's a hot commodity. Everybody wants her. The vampires want her. The humans want her. And anybody that's left in the little army barracks and all that stuff where they were keeping her want her back. So it's interesting. So if you like vampire horror, end of the world, virus, crazy feral people movies, for lack of a better way to explain it, you might want to check it out on Netflix. Apocalyptic, yeah, because they called it what did they call it when all this happened? The something. What was it called? They said that was before it wasn't the reckoning. It was something like that, though. Like the event that caused all of the problems with the people eating people and drinking blood and all that. They called it something. So whenever, like, there was before that happened and there's now, where everybody's trying to survive. So I really feel like it's a lot like Walking Dead with vampires. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like Walking Dead before the nasty Negan stuff happened, you might like this show. Okay, that was a lot of time wasted telling you about that show because I couldn't get it out. So there you go. All right, we got some yummy McDonald's iced coffee today, and I was not regretting it because that got me through the afternoon of my door monitoring. So yay for iced coffee. Yay. Caitlin got a mocha frappe. One of my other favorites. We're following a boat right now. And this is really super random, like none of the stuff I just said was random. Anyway, this is more random. Has anybody ever really seen a live armadillo? I mean, they have to be live before they're hit, right? Otherwise they wouldn't be in the road. We have a lot of dead armadillos on the side of our roads. It's very strange. I'm sure a lot of you that live like in the Southwest probably see armadillos all the time. We have them in Missouri too, and they're always hit. I think maybe my whole time here, which has been 20 plus years, I may have seen 2 live armadillos in my entire existence. It's weird. It's weird. And I never see babies. Never see baby armadillos. But I have read that armadillos carry, leprosy? And like all communicable diseases. Like they're nasty. Like don't let them touch you or anything that you own. So, kind of gross. So maybe it's a good thing that they get hit. I don't know. Poor things. I kind of feel bad for them. But anyway, another random thing. We are close to being home. So I think I'm going to stop my rambling for now. And probably just ride peacefully on the way back. With my driver here, my chauffeur. A lovely chauffeur. And maybe check back in with you later if there's anything super exciting and fun to tell you. Otherwise, I'll probably see you tomorrow. So, there you go. This week's spotlight is Primary Adventures. So, this teacher's name is Toya, and she is a 4th grade ELA teacher. Her husband just recently joined the military and is in basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, which is not too far from me. So he's on a base near my area of life. She has such a sweet and bubbly personality. I just love watching her. You should watch her latest video to catch up on her because she tells about how all the things have changed in her life. She's a first-year teacher, and she's in like her first month of school now. She has a cute little 2-year-old baby girl, and she's kind of single parenting while her husband is away at boot camp. So she's going to have quite a variety of different things on her channel that you can watch. She's planning to do like some beauty and makeup things. She's planning to do some Army wife and Army life kind of things, and also teaching in her first year. So she is very cool and very sweet and very fun to watch and listen to and very real. So if you have not checked her out, you should definitely go to Primary Adventures. The link is below.
Good morning. Happy Monday. My morning started out crazy. I had the roughest morning. Everything pretty much that could go wrong did. I'm like, ugh, I just want to get to school. So I have morning duty this week, so I have to be here early. Normally, we don't have to report till 7:45. When you have morning duty, you have to be here by 7:30. Well, actually earlier because the kids show up to your room at 7:30, so I wanted to be here around 7:15. I made it, thankfully. Oh, but it was a deal getting here. Oh my goodness, everything was just not working. Everything was taking longer than it should have to get ready and But I'm okay now. It is 9:20 right now. My kids are in music. I've been trying to print centers, and I keep getting the spinning wheel of death. So for whatever reason, my computer is just like stuck. So I'm probably going to have to like Control-Alt-Delete type of thing that you do with a Mac to get off there again because I need to do other things. So I thought I'd show you my outfit. I'm heating my breakfast burrito right now. I'm starting out kind of late because it was taking forever to try to print stuff, and I just gave up and came back up here. I was standing by the color printer so I could just grab it and go. It was having none of it. It just kept spinning. I'm like, oh, fine. I can't stand here all day. So I am wearing this tank top that I just got at Walmart. They had them on clearance for $3. So I got like 4 different colors. Great layering piece. I've worn this little sweater before. It's the one I had to stitch the holes closed because it just kind of, the seams were coming apart. I have these bracelets from either Cato or Maurice's. I've got my Alex Nanny pineapple bracelet. I have this little set of jewelry from Cato. This ring from Walmart. These shoes probably from Target or possibly Kohl's. And they're kind of old, so they're starting to get a little funky on the edges. There we go. And I have a pair of leggings. And I'll back up so you can see the whole thing. And then I'll do a close-up of the leggings so you can kind of see the cool pattern because they have like an Indian kind of feel. Sorry, that was my friend teacher next door here. She's going to be gone this afternoon, so she was telling me that her sub would need to find out the dismissal information for me. And I was like, oh, that's not a problem. And one of my kids was like sliding around and whacking into the bulletin board out there and knocked my clip apart. So now I got to try to stick it back together. I'm having a hard time getting this back under because it's really tight. So we had a little discussion about, should we be leaning against the bulletin board and knocking things down? Make sure you're not leaning against the bulletin board. There's a whole hallway here. Yeah. They just get floppy and they just run into stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to back up. Then I'm going to show you my leggings, and I'm going to get my breakfast burrito out of the microwave so it can cool a little bit so it doesn't melt my face off. I'm going to try to print a few things before the kids come back. Because when I get them from music, we're going to take a quick restroom and drinks break and then start on our iReady lessons for the first time. So I think I figured out a plan to get everything in. It's my plan for now. Let's see how it works. So I'm going to borrow iPads from 2 classes on the other end that have their specials time during that time, so they won't need them at all. So all of my kids can do their lessons at the same time. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, we'll do math, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will do reading. And that should get everybody the minutes that they need every week. I have half an hour allotted each day for that, and they're supposed to get 45 minutes a week for each thing. That gives them an hour a week for each thing. So we should be able to get it done. Then I still have time for my math lesson and 1 rotation, so I figured out who's going to do what which day. And then that's something I need to print out too. Then we'll move on with our lives. We'll go to our language arts block. I'm going to do rooted in reading, then go straight into writing and phonics, and then it'll be lunchtime. So I'm going to do my book clubs in the afternoon. That's the last thing of the day. I've done it like that before, and it worked really well when I did it that way because it was very relaxing. We could have the lights down, the kids could settle in, and we could get going. So I think it's going to work out. We're going to try it today and see what happens, but we're not going to have extra recess because we've got to start iReady lessons, and that's taking a chunk of our time away. So I don't have time to give them extra recess now, unless we can get like math done quicker or something, which I don't see that happening because it's going to keep getting harder. So I don't want to box myself in and cut other things out. That's something that's going to have to go as extra recess. I can throw in a Go Noodle here and there to give them a little brain break so they're not just doing stuff all the time. But as far as going to the other playground, I think that's done because we just don't have the time anymore. And I can't make time stop. So we still got to do what we got to do, right? I'll make it work. It'll be fun. We'll be having a great time. I bought Amy Lemon's place value party, and it is so cute, friends. If you're teaching 2-digit or 3-digit place value, you should totally get that. I will put the link below, and I'm going to show you the stuff as I get it ready. I printed stuff out yesterday, and I laminated, but I haven't cut it out. But it's so cute. There's a banner that says place value party. It's got little balloons, and I did something like that with my Power Hour group today, and I just wrote place value party on the board. I'll show you that in a minute. And I was just trying to get them to buy into it. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun because I personally kind of like place value. I think it's kind of fun myself because you can do all kinds of neat stuff with it, like games and everything. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm trying to keep the fun factor up to make it more interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. So let's do it. All right. Let me show you my awesome leggings and my shoes. How cute is that with the little elephants and the designs? They're my shoes. Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with that thing because I don't have the mental fortitude to do it. Here's what I wrote on the board to get my kids excited. Place value party. Yes, and the first thing we did was this balloon page. Forgot it was still over here. To introduce flats to them, hundreds, and I showed them this too. Up there. See it? Whoop. There we go. Every classroom has that chart to help them out. So we know about tens and ones from first grade. Those are like normal, easy for us. But now we're going to add hundreds, which are called flats because they're a flat square. So we counted these, and then I'll show you the game that we played because after they were really good at counting those, then I let them partner up. Whoop, about to lose my drawer. And they played this.
And if I can remember, I will put the link to things. That was free. That was from, I don't remember who it's from. Maybe it says, oh, The Measured Mom. So it's on themeasuredmom.com. I found it off Pinterest. I always find everything on Pinterest, and it leads me to people's websites and Teachers Pay Teacher stores. I have a pass I need to give another friend, another teacher. These are our library checkout times, open checkout for them to trade their books. And so I decided I would make more of them and scatter them throughout the room so the kids can quit asking me, can I go to the library? Can I go to the library? No, it's not open. So this I had above their cards, their lunch cards, right by the door. Okay. It's a little precarious, but I think it's going to be okay. So yes, this I copied onto my green. I need to cut that out. I got a pile of stuff to do here. Right here in front of the camera is like a pile of stuff. And I printed out my to-do list. I emailed myself a to-do list, and I printed it out so I could check it off, so I could feel better about myself. And I need to just get stuff out of my face. There. I cannot stand clutter in my way. I feel blocked in and boxed in. Here's my newsletter that I need to put in the little sleeve over there. So that's another thing on my desk. Okay. I think that I'm good now. I think I'm going to eat my burrito and trying to get myself together and print something, because I don't know if it ever... Oh, look. There's no spinning wheel of death. So maybe I can grab stuff when I go downstairs to music. And my cord keeps coming undone to charge my computer. Okay. I don't know if that one thing printed. I never checked. I should probably go check. I got these math centers from Not So Wimpy Teacher. She does things for like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th grade. And it's really cool because she has like a centers book that goes with each of her 10 centers. And they're not seasonal. They're by skill. So, well, this one's kind of seasonal. It's back to school, but it's like review skills from 1st grade, which is perfect for right now. And then after we've done our place value units, then they'll do the place value centers because it will be review of those skills. So you're always trying to be, in your centers, you want to do review work, not new things, because they don't know how to do it. And then you're just teaching them, and there's no point because you want them to be independent in your center. So that's reinforcing skills you've already taught them and giving them extra practice. So I'm printing the back to school centers to start on Thursday. And then I will do the place value centers after that and get those ready for when we move on to chapter 3, which will be in 3 weeks. I've already planned out what days, what lessons are going to happen, so I know when that'll start. That's going to start the 2nd week of October. So that'll be good. I also have a set of math centers from Lucky Little Learners, and those are seasonal, so that'll be something fun. They'll get to do all of them. But I love that she has them all in a book. They have a centers book that they work through. I'm going to have them just put their book in the basket when they're done so they don't lose it in their cubbies, because they do that. And they're like, I can't find my book. And then I am not going to be forever replacing things. They need to keep it in there so it doesn't get lost. I have like little drawer things around the room, so we could just have like this is where you keep your center book until it's done, and then you turn it in. So that'll be fine. I have extra stuff. Amazing. I have extra storage places that haven't been used yet. I'm excited. Okay. I'm going to eat before it's too late and try to get some things ready for the rest of the day, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm hoping iReady lessons go well because I've already got everything arranged, so wish me luck. Hi, my kids are at recess, so it's after lunch. I have yet to finish my burrito, so I'm going to heat it again for the 3rd time. And so that's going to be my breakfast / lunch, which is fine. I may just have myself a little unicorn cake later as a treat at the end of the day. I don't think I told you about morning room. Morning room went just fine. I didn't have a lot of people, but I'm going to use those morning tubs that I made. If you can kind of see them back here. They're over by the door. Let's see. They're right there. And they just have building type things in them. I have some with Legos. I have some with brain flakes. I have some with pattern blocks. I have a couple of games like tic-tac-toe and things that are felt that I got from the Target dollar spot. And I have that balance game, that wood balance game that came from the dollar spot because I figured they'd enjoy that kind of stuff. And my kids have never used them because I don't do the morning tubs in the morning because they need to do AR, unfortunately. But they do get to do the rainbow tubs, the ones back there. So they can do that during Friday Fun Club on Friday. So they do get to use those.
So I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate my STEM bins that are still at home that I haven't put together still. I have all the components. I just haven't put the actual bins, together. I haven't done X, Y, and Z. Like everything's set. I just don't have it put in one place. We were able to do iReady lessons today. So we did math. I had the whole class do it. We were able to borrow iPads from 2 of the teachers down the hall there. So every kid got logged in and got a couple of lessons done. So yay. They all got 30 minutes in today. They're supposed to get 45 minutes a week for math, 45 minutes a week for reading. I have budgeted 30 minutes each day for each kid. So they've technically got 60 minutes that they can work on stuff. So I figure more is good. Less is not good, but more is good because there might be some technical difficulties. There might be a time where they're not here so they can make up for it the other days, whatever. So I think it's going to be good. The biggest thing was telling them that when they got done with their lesson, if there was still time to keep going because they could go to the next lesson. Now I need to get on to the teacher part of it and see how many minutes we actually did, because somebody was telling me before when they piloted this program a couple years ago, sorry, I'm distracted, there's someone in the hallway, that it wouldn't log the minutes if you didn't finish a lesson, which that's stinky. So then they should be telling you have to finish so many lessons, not do so many minutes if they're going to do it that way. But I wanted to see how many minutes my kids got, and I forgot one of my kiddos was sick last week and didn't do the math test. So he was doing the math test and didn't get to finish, so I'm going to have him finish today. Several students took an AR quiz this morning before Power Hour started, and the rest of them can do this afternoon when I have reading groups, which I'm starting today. I'm so excited. I've got my schedule made. I think I even printed it out if I can find it. Printed it on pink. So I've got my plan. I just haven't chosen my books yet. I need to do that. But I can do that. I can get it pulled out. That'll be fine. I just want to get them started on something. Today we'll start the sight word book. That might be the only thing that we do today. I don't know. Because I don't have my lessons pulled out. And I can use my LLI kit. But since I wasn't able to get it pulled out this morning, it's going to be a little time consuming because I have a group of 6. They don't all read the same level. Some of them do, but some of them don't. So I'm going to have books for certain kids and other books for other kids. So yeah. And I also have a group on Fridays because I have 5 groups. But that's the way it had to work because I need to teach them at their level. So my super high group will meet on Fridays and we'll do like a literature circle for them where they can do a project with theirs, which could be their AR project. Yeah, that'll be good. I need to make a sign to go outside my door for a morning room, and I took a picture of the tubs, and so I took a picture with the iPad, I sent it to my computer, and now I need to put it on a page so I can put it out there. So that's something, and I can laminate it with my centers that finally printed. They were a little scattered in the workroom because people had just randomly pulled them off the printer and they weren't done. So I think I found all the pages. I'm going to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's the last one. So, and I've already got my booklets printed. They will look like, I accidentally left yellow paper in the copier, so I took that out. But it'll look like this. This is their center book. I think that'll be great. They can work on that till they're done. I pulled this out of the lesson today for math, so I can put them in sleeves. So that can be our game for the week. So that'll be cool. That'll be really good. And I think that's it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, I didn't even get to reading this morning. Okay, I'm getting to guided reading this afternoon, but I did not get to whole group reading, which I may just throw that into the guided reading section today since we're kind of introducing guided reading today. So, yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'm going to have them keep their little pink book. I guess it's not pink, it's orange. I'm starting with the second book for sight words. They can keep that in their little box that's in their cubby. If you can see them, the white box, they're the ice bins, and they have their number on them. That'll be a good place to keep them so they can bring them over for guided reading every day because I can't house all of those. And I have like 5 minutes before I need to go get the kids again. But I don't have after school duty, and I can leave at 3:30 instead of 3:45 because I have morning duty. So when you come at 7:30, you can leave at 3:30. Yay, unless there's a meeting, which I don't have any this week. Yes, until Friday. So I'm good with that. So I told Caitlin, as soon as you get here, I can leave. So I'm going to go down there at 3:30, and when she pulls up, I'm out. Peace out. We need to go to Target today because Caitlin needs to get some under eye concealer stuff because she totally ran out this morning, and I need to return a couple of things. I think that's it. And probably breeze through the dollar spot and see if there's anything I can't live without. Yes, because spooky time is quickly approaching. So I get to use those erasers. I have yet to use my apples. I've got to get them out before September's over. Oh my goodness. That'll probably be one of our games too. They'll probably get to play that fish game and they'll get to play the apple game. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, I'm going to get back to work and I'll talk to you later. Hello, it's the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go home in a little bit. Actually, we need to go to Target and then go home. But I can leave in about 14 minutes. So I'm trying to get myself together. I've got all the calendars changed. Everything's ready for tomorrow. Except for I never got my reading group books picked. And we took forever to get onto AR and everything. So it wasn't working so well. I'm going to go. Good afternoon. It's Tuesday and it's been wild and wacky. Oh my goodness. So I've sort of gotten through everything today in little pieces. We did Power Hour and that was fun. The kids are having a good time with the place value party. So I showed a little snippet, or I will show a little snippet of them walking around finding the cards. If you can see them in the back, they're blue. There's little ones here and here. Those cards, I'll show you one. They have different place value blocks on them. Like here's one. I taught them to write the letter of the card on the back of their paper because they go from like A to Q or something, or A to, it might be to V. It's almost the whole alphabet, so there are a lot of them. They're supposed to write the letter of the card on the back of their paper to keep track of what they've done already, and then they count the blocks on the card, and on their paper, they color in that number. It's like a hundreds chart, but the numbers are all changed around. And it's not a hundreds chart. It's just a grid with different numbers in it. When they get all of them figured out, it will make a picture. So it's called Riddle Me This, I think. And it says, what is a letter that's also a drink? Well, it's going to be a T, obviously, right? So when they get done, they should have a giant T on their paper. We didn't get finished today in 25 minutes. And so I said, oh, make sure that your name's on your paper, which I had already asked them to do. But, you know, sometimes they don't do it. So I said, make sure your name's on there. We're going to keep the papers here and we'll finish it tomorrow. So I'll just leave all the cards up around the room. That's fine. And they can finish. They can see what the riddle is. They can see the picture. And if it doesn't turn out right, they know they didn't get one of the numbers right, which is good practice because they're supposed to learn how to count the blocks, right? Because we're representing 3-digit numbers right now, and that's one way to represent them. So they thought that was cool. I asked them at the end. I gave them a couple minutes to kind of reflect on the little game that we did. Not really game, activity. And I said, what did you think about today? Did you enjoy that? Yeah! Well, good, because we're going to finish it tomorrow. And then we'll also play a new game. And they're like, yay! So I just have to pick which one I want to do tomorrow. I have like a whole stack of things that I want to do for this group. And I don't necessarily have certain days that I want to do certain things because basically I'm kind of going in a sequence. They're recognizing the base 10 blocks and what they represent. We're going to be writing the numbers that go with them, which we've done. So counting and writing in numbers. Then we need to go to expanded value, which they've done a little bit of. So that'll be our next spot is writing it out in like an equation. 326 is 300 plus 20 plus 6. Then the next time, however, depends on how they're doing. When we're ready to move on, then we're going to write that in number words. Write the number in number words. So that's our last thing to do. And then they'll put it all together. So then we'll do something that has all 4 of those different ways to represent a number on the same page. And they'll get practice with that. So that'll be good. We're going to have this group for at least 2 weeks, possibly 3. But if they're doing fine, we can either move them out to another group or we can just go up in skills in the group that we're in, which is probably what I will do because I think it'll be easier than trying to finagle people around again. Plus, I don't know, whenever you move, like if I moved a kid to another group, they would not have gotten that introductory stuff. They're going to come in the middle of something, which I don't really think is fair for that kid. So I'll probably just make sure that all the kids understand the concepts. We'll do an exit ticket. I have already one made that's not made, printed, that someone else made. Angie Olson from Lucky Little Learners. I have her whole year's worth of exit tickets for second grade math, which is a huge time saver for me. So I just flip through the strand that I'm teaching. Like right now it's numbers and operations. So I just picked some place value stuff and I just printed those out. Those will be great exit tickets for our things. So my exit ticket is going to be like, you have to write the number in all those ways. So it'll be cool. They're going to draw it, they're going to write it, and they're going to write it in numbers and expanded form. Perfect. That's, if they can do that, then they've learned it. Yay. We did our second round of iReady lessons today. Today was reading, and pretty much all my kids got about 25 minutes in, which is good because we wanted to get 45 a week. So I'm giving them the opportunity for 30 minutes each day. So twice a week is math, twice a week is reading. So they're having the opportunity for 60 minutes of each thing, which is working out rather well because sometimes, I don't know what happens. They just stall or something and they're not actually getting the minutes tracked on there because if you're not actually doing something, it doesn't count, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it's working out really well. I've been able to throw in the snack after that. So far our schedule in the morning is working pretty well, except for I told them today, I said, guys, here's the deal. I would really love to do math rotations with you, and I want to be able to pull small groups that need help with things. But here's the problem. If I have to continue to stop everyone's talking and say something again and again and again, it's taking way too long to get through a math lesson, and we have no time for anything else. And they're like, oh. Remember I told you we do an interactive notebook one day, we do Prodigy one day, we do a math game one day, and we do a fact thing one day. And they're like, yeah. I said, well, if we run out of time, we can't do those things. And the reason we're running out of time is because of all the talking. So here's what I need you to help me with. I can't fix that. You have to fix that with yourself. You just have to stop talking. Unless I'm asking you a question and you're supposed to answer me, you shouldn't be talking during math. You should be listening and working. That's your job. I'm like, I know you're social. I know, they're kids. Yeah. But there are certain times where they just can't talk. They can't because you can't get anything done. When you have 22 students and you're trying to teach a math lesson, you can't have 4 or 5 having conversations. It doesn't work. They overpower the teacher. That's all there is to it. And so I said, here's the deal. I love to do extra things for math. I love to do games. I love to do fun activities and special things. But if you talk the whole time, I have to, first of all, that's not polite. It's not polite to talk when someone's trying to tell you something. That makes me feel like you just don't care what I'm saying. Second of all, it wastes our time. It really does. It wastes our time, and then we have no time for anything else. And they're like, yeah. I said, so today, let's try really, really hard to get this math lesson cranked out. Let's get her done. And they're like, okay. I said, all right. And they started chit-chatting. I said, oh, you're wasting any extra game time. You're wasting your game time. And they're like, and then they started talking to each other. Shh. You're wasting our game time. Shh, you're wasting our game time. And they weren't mean about it. They were just like, you got to stop. And I appreciated that. Yeah. I also have some kids that just think they can just get up and wander off. What are you doing? What's going on? Why are you leaving the rug? We're in the middle of a discussion here. Why are you leaving? Oh, I just want to, and I'm just like, no. What's rule number 2? Raise your hand for permission to leave your seat, because if you could just get up and do whatever you want, whenever you want, we're not going to get anything done. So, had a big conversation about that today. I have not eaten anything yet today. I've had a little bit of coffee and that's all, because I just had no time to eat. We had a fire drill this morning. I got my purchase order finally put in, so that took up some of my planned time as well. So I'm going to go eat my breakfast burrito that I never ate before. I just put it in the fridge after I heated it. I'm like, oh, it's sat there. I just can't eat it now. Because I don't want to eat in front of the kids, They are eating their snack while we were doing math, and I didn't want to be eating while I was doing math. So, didn't have time to eat it. So I'm going to do that. Before I do that, I'm going to show you my outfit, and then I'm going to get back to my lunch. I am wearing a dress from Old Navy, and this sweater is from Maurice's. This is from Kohl's. It's from the Croft and Barrow line, and these are from Kohl's. This is from Alex and Annie. This is from Walmart, I believe. And then I've got these little, I'll show you my shoes later. They're little crochet shoes. I think they came from Rue 21 is what I want to say. And I have new nails today because I'm willing fall to be here, because fall officially will be here by the end of the week, right? So I'm willing it to be here. Temperatures don't say that. It's in the 90s here. And it's supposed to rain, so it'll be humid. Ugh. Okay, let me back up so you can see the whole thing, and I'll show you my shoes. Okay, here are my shoes. Aren't those cute? They're comfortable too. I forgot to take the stopper out of my door so I could close it completely. Yeah. We also today did finally a rooted in reading lesson on punctuation. Whew! I read the book. I had showed it to them on YouTube before, so they did have some knowledge of the book, but I honestly couldn't remember how the book went because it was last week. So I'm catching up. But here's what we did. We talked about fixing sentences. So we're going to start doing Friday fix-ups. I got that idea from Jeremy Michael Books. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm going to start doing that Friday. Part of my reading block, my whole group reading block, will be doing a Friday fix-up, or several. And I got some sentence fix-ups or something like that. It's called something like that from Angie Olson from Lucky Little Learners. I have lots of her stuff because she's a second grade teacher. And she has lots of second grade things, and that's what I need. So it's been perfect. I also got sentence scrambles, and they're seasonal. So how fun will that be when I finally get my guided reading going smoothly? That will be one of the things that they can do after they take an AR quiz. So yay, that'll be motivation for them to get done. Yay. We have had a problem with trying to get to the library during the open checkout times because really the only time we can go is between 1 and 2. Well, looking at my schedule here, 1:15 to 1:45 is supposed to be my science time. Well, if that's the only time they can go get library books, though, other than every 4 days we go to library, that's going to make it kind of hard for them to do AR, which is why I have that AR library in my classroom library. So they've been using that. The only thing is I don't have the quiz numbers inside the books yet. So I've just been having them bring me the book and I say, go ahead and log into your AR and I'll get the quiz number for you and I'll bring the book to you. And it's been working pretty well. But I could see that being a full-time job for a little bit. Eventually we'll have the quiz numbers for all the books though. So I think that's going to work out just fine. But that's been a lifesaver so they have something else they can read and quiz on because they're supposed to take one quiz a day in order to get their goal by the end of the quarter. But it's going to make it really hard to do science and social studies. So I may just have to put science and social studies at the end of the day again because how else is it going to work? I mean, really, it's not. The bad thing is I have somebody gone every day during that time. And I don't really want them to miss science and social studies all the time. I have one girl that goes to speech. Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays. And I have somebody that goes on, I have 2 boys that are gone on Tuesdays. And then we have counseling on Thursdays. Every other Thursday. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's very hard. But I think I'm just going to have to let 3 of them go when I start rest and read. And then just let them cycle through until the time's up. I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to keep teaching. That's just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. So maybe I'll figure it out. But the open checkout times are very, very small for us. So it's really hard. And on Fridays, we don't even really, there isn't a good time. There just isn't a good time at all. So I'm just going to have to figure something out. I don't know. It's not working so well. Oh, now my lunch is over. I haven't eaten anything yet. But my kids have recess right now too. So all I have to do is go downstairs, get them, say, if you like to use the restroom, go down there, and then I take them to recess so I can eat then. So I've got to, because I haven't had any food today. That's not going to work very well. And tonight I'm going to meet with my friend from first grade that went to kindergarten and then I went to second grade so we can start doing our Apple teacher training together. And I think we're going to map out how we want to do it, like goals, like set some increments to master through the year so that we can kind of keep each other accountable and on schedule so we can get it done by March. It's part of our PD. Well, it pretty much is our PD, our personal one. It's part of our professional development plan, our PDP. And we got to choose from a list of things, and they were assigned point values, and you're supposed to get so many points for the year, and this did it. This was all the points. I went ahead and picked something else too, just in case I wasn't able to get all my points from this, but I think I will, because I'm interested in it for one thing. I'm glad they gave us a menu this time, because they've never done that before. They've always said, you have to do this, this, this.
And one of them was a stinking unit of instruction. We might still need to do that, which stinks because I had first grade one and all I had to do was tweak it every year. Well, have to do it for second grade now, but I could probably use the same skill and just change it to second grade. So that'd probably be good. Okay, I'm going to go and I'll probably check back in with you later. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.